Hello, first grade. Welcome to week 1, day 3 of your AMI learning. You should have this in your reading packet. You're not going to have this story, so YouTube video with me, but the questions that we're going to go over are in your AMI packet. So let's start by looking at the genre of this story. It says that it's nonfiction. Remember that nonfiction are texts or stories about real things and things that happen in real life. They're going to have fish right here. The essential question this week is, how do animals help each other? We are going to read about unusual animal partners. Looking at the cover and the title, Animal Teams, and thinking about what I just said, that we're going to read about unusual, which means not normal, animal partners, what do you predict might happen in this story? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. All right, let's start reading to find out.
Can a small bird help a big giraffe? Can a shrimp help a fish? Yes, they can. These may seem like odd friends, but many animals work together in teams. These animals help each other in lots of ways. Let's find out how.
All right, looking at page 38, the author asks us, can a small bird help a big giraffe? Can a shrimp help a fish? On the next page, I read that animal teams can help each other. So I think the answer about can they help each other is yes. Now I have some questions. How can a shrimp help a fish? How can a bird help a big, tall giraffe? I will look for the answers as I read the text.
Some birds live off the backs of big animals. Why do the animals let the birds stay? The birds help. They eat bugs off the animal's skin. The big animals help the birds too. They keep the birds safe. And it is a good deal for them because they have lots of sweet bugs to eat.
When you ask a question about something in the text, you can often find the answer if you keep reading. As we read pages 40 and 41, we can look for the answer to our question. The question that we asked was, how can a small bird help a big giraffe? On page 40, we read that some birds help big animals by eating the bugs off of their skin. So those birds eat the bugs off of the animal's skin, and that helps the larger animal. But the bugs are being helped because they're getting to eat those bugs. They're getting their tummies full, they're having a snack. Let's keep reading.
The goby fish and the blind shrimp make a good team. The shrimp can't see, so the goby helps. The goby looks out for danger, and the shrimp stays close. When the goby flicks its tail, it means that it is time to hide. The shrimp helps the goby too. It will go into a hole to hide. It lets the goby hide here too. The shrimp and the goby hide until it is safe to go out.
Remember, making connections within the text can help you understand important ideas. On page 42, the author writes about the goby fish and the blind shrimp. What does the author tell us is different about the two animals? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. What the author tells us is different is that the shrimp cannot see. This information can help us to understand why the two animals make such a good team. Let's look again at the text on pages 42 and 43. What key details do we learn about the goby fish and blind shrimp? Let's talk about these facts. The goby fish tells shrimp when to hide. Shrimp let goby hide in their holes.
Zebras and wildebeests live on the hot plains. They both like to eat grass all day. These animals are seen together a lot. Why? They stay together because they can help each other find fresh grass to eat. They also help each other keep safe. If a zebra or a wildebeest spots danger, it runs. This tells the rest to run too.
We read how small birds and big animals and blind shrimp and goby fish help each other. What question can you ask yourself about the animal teams on pages number 44 and 45 that we just read? I'll give you a few seconds to think. On page 44, I read that the zebra and the wildebeest are often seen together. Why? Well, on page 45, it says they help each other find grass and they keep each other safe from danger. When one animal gets scared and runs, the other one knows to run too. So another key detail from our text that we just learned is that zebras and wildebeests help each other find food and avoid danger, which means they help each other stay safe.
Many fish want to eat the little clownfish. It needs a safe home, so it lives in a sea anemone. The clownfish is safe because most fish stay away. Why? The sea anemone stings, but the clownfish cannot feel its sting. The clownfish helps its partner too. It swims in and out, in and out. It chases away big fish that could hurt its pal.
If we didn't know the meaning of the word partner, which is highlighted in yellow, we could look for context clues in the sentence and in the sentences around it to figure out the meaning. Let's look at the sentences on page number 47. What do they tell us about the meaning of partner? It says the clownfish helps its partner too. It swims in and out, in and out. It chases away big fish that could hurt its pal. So if we didn't know what the word partner meant, we could look at those words in the story. The clownfish helps its partner. It swims in and out, in and out. It chases away big fish that could hurt its pal. Well, I see the word pal, so maybe a partner is a pal or a friend or somebody that you're working with.
A caterpillar needs to be safe so that it can grow. Who will help? Ants will. Ants see the caterpillar and take it to a safe place. Why do ants do this? The caterpillar has a sweet liquid on its skin. The ants like the taste. Soon the caterpillar will be a pretty blue butterfly.
I see a long word. I want to figure out how to read it. I can see that there are 3 vowels. The U goes with the Q, but the 2 I's are short. I know that this is a closed syllable word. That helps me to read it. The word is liquid, which is on page 49. Let's think about some key details from these 2 pages that we just read. I'll give you a few seconds to think about what you think some of the key details are. Ants carry caterpillars to safety. Caterpillars have a skin liquid that ants like.
When a little cleaner fish wants to eat, it looks for bigger fish to clean. Why? It gets a free meal when it cleans. A cleaner fish eats the fish. The big fish want to be cleaned. They line up and wait for the cleaner fish to get to them.
On these pages, we see photographs of real fish. The text tells us facts about these fish. What fact do we learn on page 50? This page right here with the blue and yellow striped fish. I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. We learned that the cleaner fish eats pests off the other fish. We know that this is a nonfiction selection because the text and pictures give us information about real animals and how they survive. After this video, I want you to talk with your parent, your grandparent, sibling about how a cleaner fish is similar to one of the other animals that you have read about in Animal Teams. When I read page 50, I wonder if the cleaner fish annoy the bigger fish. When I read page number 51, I learn the bigger fish want to be cleaned and line up to wait for their turn.
One is big and one is small, but the two are a team. When animals team up, they do what is best for both of them.
We can review the main idea and some of the key details that we've talked about so far. What are the key details mostly about? They are mostly about how animal teams help each other. That tells us the main idea. The first key detail we talked about were the goby fish, that they tell shrimp when to hide, and shrimp let them hide in their hole. Zebras and wildebeest help each other find food and avoid danger. Ants carry caterpillars to safety. Caterpillars have a skin liquid that ants like. All of those key details lead us to the main idea. The main idea of this text is that animal teams work together and help each other. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and in this video there will be a second video for day 3 where we reread this and talk about some questions. You will need your AMI packet for this. Let me show you what your packet will look like. It will look just like this. It'll have all of your questions about the story that we just read and about comparing a team of fish with the animal teams. It'll have some graphic organizers. And it'll have another graphic organizer. So we're going to be looking for page 58. Page 58. I'll circle that. Page 59. Page 60. Page 61. And page 62. So why don't you go ahead and get that work packet out for our next video so that you can work along with me. Thank you.